welcome to my channel. My name is Carter. I love talking about movies, horror movies, superheroes, and comic books. And first off, right off the bat, thank you so much for 600 subscribers. It's been very fun to make these videos. If you aren't subscribed, I'd recommend subscribing, checking out some of my other videos. I'm a little biased, of course, but I just also really wanted to sit down and talk about Rebel Ridge, which is a new Netflix original. Now, I know when I say Netflix original, most people, including myself, cringe, their shoulders tense up, and they're like, ooh, I don't know about that one, Chief. Actually, this one was quite the surprise. One of the bigger surprises of the year. The trailer actually really interested me, even though it seemed like First Blood copy-paste. And don't get me wrong, a lot of elements from First Blood are there, but this is a film that is actually really freaking good. Before I get into the video, have you guys seen Rebel Ridge? If not, like I said, stop what you're doing right now, stop watching this video, go check it out, come back, let me know what you thought about in the comment section below, and also let me know if you think John Boyega would have been better in this film than Aaron Pierre, or if you disagree with me, because I think Aaron Pierre absolutely killed it. He could not be replaced. He was the person who was meant to do this from the beginning in my eyes, and he's amazing in it. Let me know what you think about it, and enjoy the video. Usually I don't try and spoil my own video. I'm just gonna be honest, if you haven't seen Rebel Ridge right now, stop what you're doing, go watch it, come back, watch this video. It's written and directed by Jeremy Saulnier. It stars Aaron Pierre and Don Johnson, and it's got cinematography by David Gallego. And just getting right into the positives, this movie, my favorite thing about this movie, first off, Aaron Pierre, what a performance. Don Johnson as well. Aaron Pierre came in late to the production, replacing John Boyega, and I honestly think it's one of the best casting decisions, at least one of the best replacement casting decisions, maybe of all time for replacements, but casting decisions. I mean, man, the last 5 years, Aaron Pierre absolutely kills it here. He's so magnetic, he's so powerful. I'm getting chills talking about it right now. He absolutely commands the screen. He's a quiet, stoic character, and you just feel his desperation, his rage, and his need for justice, and he just keeps getting drawn back in and back in and back in no matter what keeps happening. You feel that in his eyes, his subtle movements. I mean, he has a very menacing eyes, and then in the next scene he can be the nicest dude ever, just trying to help people, trying to be a good guy, and then at the end when everything really all comes together, whoo, man, it is so good. And Don Johnson is just despicable in this film as the sheriff who's just drunk on power. And I thought that he did a great job playing such an evil villain, such a bad guy in this town. I mean, you look at you look at First Blood, Part 1, and you just see Stallone playing off of everyone else in that movie. And Aaron Pierre, I mean, this is such a compliment when I say this. Believe me, I love First Blood. This movie is a lot like First Blood, but with a lot of changes that I actually really loved. There's so many changes in this film. I mean, not changes. It's not like it's a ripoff of First Blood. There's so many differences. It's so unique. It's very, very original going into that. Once you get past that little First Blood-esque setup, then it's just completely original. It's just originality just hits the floor. Another thing that I loved about this film was the cinematography and just the setting of this town. Really beautiful, really gorgeous. It leads to a lot of gorgeous shots, a lot of very beautiful landscapes and backwater country sections and just pans, and it's just gorgeous. Cinematography, again, I've said it probably 3 times now. Incredible. Really incredible. Performances, again, I have to touch on them again because they're so freaking good. Really, really great. I loved them here. And something else that I really loved about this film, and I'm going to say it again, if you've been watching my videos for a long time, mark this on your bingo card. As a film student, oh, there it is. As a film student, I study film a lot. I've seen a lot of movies. I've seen hundreds, thousands more of movies in my lifetime, and I've studied a ton of them, and I know how they take, etc., etc. My point is, there's a lot of movies that I've seen to where I can probably predict what's going to happen, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's happened, it happened. Yep, I got it. This movie does something different to where you think you know what's going to happen, you think you see the clear path forward, and it subverts that. And it subverts it in a way, I know when I say subvert expectations post The Last Jedi, people soil their shorts, but trust me, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. They subvert expectations in a really good way here to where it makes you realize oh, okay, the writer-director, Jeremy Saulnier, is actually way smarter than me. He knows what's best for these characters. He knows what's fitting and thematic for this story. And he's just going to tell it like it needs to be told. He's not going to resort to a classic, more tropey film. He's going to stay on that more conspiracy-laden, more slow burn, tense thriller side of the film. He's going to stick with that. He's not going to just blow up in your face. He's not going to blow it all early on you, but sorry about that. He's actually going to hold it out and make you wait. I'm going to stop with this because it just sounds really suggestive, so I'll stop right there. But I think that this movie just does what it does so well, and it is such a good thriller. 2024 has had some banger thrillers, and this is definitely one of them. And because it's a Netflix original that was just dropped out of the blue, it's not going to get the love that it really deserves. This is one of my favorite movies that I've seen this year. Easily top 15, maybe top 10. I'll have to check it again. But I really, really dug this movie. Again, almost everything in this film is just immaculate. It's so, so good, so unique, so tense, and it is also actually pretty fun. It's fun to see everything unfold. It's fun to see Aaron Pierre just be a powerhouse in this film. And at the same time, it's really just like crushing. You want to see these guys get their comeuppance. You want to see him get his vengeance. You want to see justice brought to this town. AnnaSophia Robb, totally forgot about her. Her character was actually really interesting and engaging. She had a ton of layers that I just wasn't expecting, and actually helped flesh out her character and the world a lot more than I was thinking. And I loved how the film actually had like a conspiracy subplot that ended up tying really heavily into the main plot. I thought a lot of the characters involved, I mean, they could be painted out to be sympathetic, but they're not. It's just very direct. AnnaSophia Robb is like the voice of justice, just saying like, no, like you guys messed up big time. This is wrong. And I thought that, in particular, I'm just going to crack down on this lighting in this one sequence. There's lighting in this outdoor sequence when they're talking outside of like a Boy Scout meeting with some dude, and it just looks immaculate. It's a very low light sequence, but just the way the shadows and the small fractions of light that you get in this sequence are so good. I'm literally getting the chills again. This movie is incredible. I loved this movie. Probably one of the biggest surprises of the year for me personally. If I had to pick a mixed or negative, if I was absolutely like gun to my head, you know, I have to pick a mixed or negative, I would say, I just stared at the camera blankly for like 30 seconds. I would say that maybe some of the conspiracy stuff, especially when it comes to his cousin in maybe like it's like for the halfway mark, can get a little muddled and confusing, just because like I thought I was paying attention. It was so late at night to where it's actually early in the morning, so maybe I missed a line of dialogue here or there. Maybe I did, I don't know, but I think a little bit of that was just a little muddled, and that can hold it back to where, hey, maybe it's something on rewatch I'll pick up. But on my first time viewing, I was like, wait a minute, how did that happen? I mean, like, it could just be chance, which, I mean, I'd buy it. I was bought in, dude. I thought it was chance. I was locked in thinking it was chance. So I'm fine with that. But Rebel Ridge, overall, I adored this movie. It is easily my favorite Jeremy Saulnier film. I like Green Room. I don't think it's great like most people do, but this is easily my favorite Jeremy Saulnier film. I think this film was just incredible on every single front. Amazing performances, an explosive finale, and just that tension leading up to it was just perfect. So honestly, Rebel Ridge, one of the best surprises of the year. I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. Just absolutely peak. I am having the time of my life this year, guys, just watching so many movies. I give out a lot of positive reviews. That's just because I really love movies. I really love cinema as an art form, as an entertainment piece. It's everything to me. And so if I'm really excited about a movie, I'm going to give it a high rating. I mean, maybe in the future this will go down, but who knows? Who cares? For now, again, high rating for Rebel Ridge. High recommendation, and I would totally suggest that you check it. Well, guys, again, thank you so much for 600 subscribers. Let me know if there's anything else I should review. If you're not subscribed already, subscribe, comment below. If you liked the video, tell me that you liked the video. I'm kidding. Check out some other videos, and as always, have a great rest of your day.